Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another tutorial. In today's video we are going to make this nice and beautiful handbag. It's a very beautiful and simple handbag to make. As a beginner, you can completely and easily make this bag. So I'm going to go ahead and show you from the inside. So this is the inside of the bag. It is beautiful and very easy to make. So let me get into the things you need to make this handbag. You need chains, you need magnetic clippers, and this transparent rope is what I used to sew the clippers with. You need rings, two stitch markers, a darning needle, scissors, and a yarn of your choice. This is the yarn I use in making this bag with. This is the yarn. I bought it. It did not have a label on it, so but this is it. This is how the yarn look like. And you can also make this bag with a t-shirt yarn. And for this tutorial we are going to use this yarn. We are going to use this yarn. So you can actually make it with a macrame yarn, t-shirt yarn, and any yarn of your choice. I believe so. So let's get into the video. So we are going to start by making a slip knot. After you make a slip knot, now go ahead and make chains to measure 43 centimeters. Make enough chains and let it measure 43 centimeters. So I have made 55 chains and he gave me 43 centimeters. 55 chains for 43 centimeters. So the number of chain is greatly going to depend on your yarn size and how tight your stitches are, but you just need to make chains enough to measure 43 centimeters. You skip the last chain, and from the second, is it the last? Okay, you skip this, sorry, not the last chain, I think it's the first chain. You skip the first chain, and from the second chain you work a single crochet on the back loop of the chain. The back loop of the chain, you work a single crochet. So work a single crochet till the end. We have made it to the end. To continue next row, chain 1, you turn your work. From this row to the end, you're going to be working on the back loop only. Continue with single crochet. You continue working a single crochet using the back loop only. So work a single crochet using the back loop only till the end. We are at the end of this row. You chain 1 and turn your work around and continue working a single crochet using the back loop only. So continue with single crochet using the back loop only. We have made it to the end of this row, and this is the pattern of the back. It's going to be single crochet till the end. So you chain 1 and turn your work around, single crochet using the back loop only, and you'll be having this design as you move along. So you continue working in this pattern and make enough row depending on the size of yarn you are using. You make enough rows to measure 21 centimeter. So I'm going to put this one away and bring the one I have already made, and it has measured 21 centimeters already. This has measured 21 centimeters already. And the yarn I use, this is the yarn I use for this one. You see, it is slightly thicker than the one I started the tutorial with. It's slightly thicker, and to have 43 centimeter, I made 50 chains for this one using this yarn. So your yarn size is greatly going to matter as well. So this is 21 centimeters, and we are going to measure. One thing with this yarn is it shrinks actually when you work on it. It actually shrinks. Yeah, you can see that it is 21 centimeters. You go ahead and work a single crochet or slip stitch on these ends. I've done it on this one already, and then I left this side, so we do it together. I'm using a slip stitch. And now use a darning needle and yarn in your excess tail. We're done with slip stitching this end, so both end you made slip stitch on it, and this is going to be your good side, or you can call it your right side. Now we're going to divide the back. You take your 2-stitch marker. Since this part is going to be our right side, after we close this side, we are going to turn our back. So after you do your slip stitch or single crochet on these two sides, and have it in your mind that you will turn your back at the end when you have closed this side. So this side, which is your right side, you're going to put it inside like that, because you turn it at the end. So let it face up. Now you count 15 stitches from this end. Count 15 stitches. This is our first one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Put a stitch marker there, And now next to the other side, you count 15 stitches as well from this end. So this is our first 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. You put your stitch marker. This part is going to be your covering. So this is how you're going to close your bag. So this is the other part, and you're going to take it to where you have your stitch marker, like that. So this part will be your covering, like that. Okay, so here we are going to close these corners, and we are starting with the stitch. You start with the stitch below or after your stitch marker, and you'll be using the back loop of this part, and then the front loop of the next. So you'll be working this loop and this one to close. So back loop and the front loop of the next. And single crochet. So back loop of this one, and then the next one, the first loop or the front loop, and work a single crochet. Again, the back loop and the front loop, and work a single crochet till the end. We are almost at the end, and this is what we have left. Now we're going to continue same, the back loop and the front loop and single crochet. And this one that is left, it's okay, you can leave it like that. When you turn it, it's just going to close up. This last two, just leave it like that. Don't close this last two that is left, and cut yarn, pull it through, take your darning needle and yarn this in. Sorry about that. Yanis. So go ahead and close the other side. So I have closed the other side, so both sides of the back is closed, and we are going to go ahead and turn this back inside out. So go ahead and turn your back inside out. Okay, so we're going to remove the stitch markers. So the back is nearly completion. So now we're going to put the magnetic clippers, and I always like to use these two models because I don't like sewing here, but for the other back I actually use it, and it's okay. You can use it to sew here, and then this other part for here, but I like to go with this other one that a hammer. I put like this and then hammer. So I'm going to go with this part this way, with this model. Sorry, I'm going to go with this model for this part. So you put your magnetic clipper, just adjust it the way you want your back to close, how you want it to close, and look like, and then make sure you centralize it as much as you can. Most of the time I count if I'm going to put this one here, 3 on the fold, and then if I'm going to put it here, I do the same for the other side. You kind of close it to see how it's going to fit. If you close the bag, this is how it's going to look like. Is that okay? So you just go ahead and adjust it the way you want it to be, the way you want it to look like, and then go ahead, and if you're using this model, you go ahead and then hammer it. So, and hammer this part, and then put the other part. So just adjust your clippers the way you want it to look like. Okay, so I have put the magnetic clippers already. I adjusted it, and I put both sides, the side and the other side. So I use the transparent thread I show you at the beginning, and when you close it, okay, that's how your bag is going to look like. Okay, so you go ahead and continue accessorizing the way you want. Accessorize your bag the way you want. This is a small chain that I cut, and I'm going to put it on the back in front like that. Okay, I'm going to use the thread, the transparent thread, to sew this one here. I'm going to sew it here. So I'm going to count like 9 stitches from here, this second row on this side and second on this side, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and this is going to be here on this side, and 9 here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and 9 on this side. So I'm going to use this thread to just sew each one to the end. I have sewed the ring this side and this other side, and this is how it looks like on the back. This side looks like on the back. So you can just go ahead and cut a small chain and measure the way you want it to look like on the back, and just cut it. You might want it to just appear here, so it will depend on you how you want it to appear on the back. And I put this small design. It says handmade, and now I just put the ring at the side, just like that, and on the other side as well. That's just it. So we are going to go ahead and just put the chains through on the ring. My rings are a bit big, so I'm just going to go with one. Okay. And that is it, guys. That's how our bag looks like. Beautiful and simple, and that is it for our bag. That is it. So thank you so much for watching, and if you found this tutorial helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.